circle for the head, for the ears, for the trunk, for the feet, for the body, even for the tail. All these are circles. And as you look at the shapes down here and how it ends up, it's all from a circle. Let's practice some circles, round and rounds, and then let's draw this little elephant flying through the air. This is going to be very simple if you can remember to practice lots of round and rounds. I'm using a 6B pencil so you can see it. The first round and round is there. The next one is a little smaller. The third one, we're going to just very lightly put it straight out from this one. That's going to be the trunk. And the legs, and the tail. So all those circles go into making the elephant. Let's do a few. Let's make a small one. We'll leave the trunk off and just put a little line like this. We'll put a line right there, like a C. Now I've worked all this out, so it'll work for me every time because I've drawn it a few times. And for the tail, even though it's round, we're just going to be coming with a little round shape like that. See? And for the trunk is going to go around into the head. And the mouth is a little zigzag. Let's make that trunk and practice a few. So it goes this way, and then you can just bring the trunk like that. Let's do that again. It's a C. Then it turns around. And then we just follow that in, keeping the lines parallel, equal distance. And then we go down and add a mouth. You know, these little characters are great. Once you've drawn them a few times, they get simpler and simpler. So discovering your drawing is important. Which way did the C go? Did it go this way or that way? I believe it went this way. So here's my C, right on the edge of the circle there. There it is. And now I just have to come around. I actually should have done it a little bit farther in, but that's okay. I'll follow the circle and into the head. And that works pretty good too. But now the mouth's too low, see? Or maybe not, his head could be up higher. So each time you do this and get that trunk into the head, it's going to get better. Regardless of how good you get at it, you need to master round and round. Let's get down and draw our little elephant. So here we go. This is going to be the good copy for me. Round and round is the body. Now, the next part is right there. And it's on an angle there. You can see that. And then I'm going to put my trunk a little bit above the middle. So here's my middle. I might mark that middle in and put my C. Which way does my C go? It goes, checking my other drawing, it goes that way. Above the middle. There we go. And then I come around with a nice little line that flows into the head. Now this is curved a little bit too much. It's okay. I'm going to change that slightly. And here comes his mouth. There we go. And the ear can be like any shape you want. The eye, and I always put the hair in because he's a baby. Now you can put the ear on the other side simply by drawing it a little smaller. You see? That's on the other side of the head. And if you'd like, you can take an eraser now and clean up your lines. I like using my little badger hair brush here for dusting off. So you see my guidelines help me draw. And then I get rid of them. Okay, the feet. And his feet are pointing this way and this way because he's flying. So you can turn on the angle here and you can square up that circle a bit. See how I squared it up a little? Rounded here. And I could turn my arm and square it up there. Now, this is his tummy, so that's going to be good. And he's going to have another foot here, but it's going to be a little bit smaller. And there's the toenail, because it's on the other side of the body. And I could put one here, I think I will. There's his body, and his other foot. Maybe I won't throw that in yet. You can make a call on that. It might get lost. What did I do here? Oh, I put it in. There it is, right there. I didn't put it in here, and it looks fine. So that's your call. I think I'll put one in a little bit smaller. There. If it looks out of place, I'll get rid of it later. Now, you can just make a little bit of a curve here, see? That gives him a neck. And then his body. Now, remember, this is flowing this way, so we just come off the back and put a little tail on. A little bit of hair here. Whoa, this is good. I like it. If you'd like a paper, this stump here, it's a blending stump. If you don't want to erase your lines, you can also use the blending stump to give you some form. And form will make it look three-dimensional. I'll do the dark, this ear dark and this foot dark. You know what? I'm thinking this is very cute. Now, if you want to do a little more 3D, you can follow this pattern. Rounded here, a couple little round marks here. And then as it turns here, the lines curl. There we go. This little guy's ready to transfer to your watercolor paper. I want to show you a little trick that really works well. Is you darken the back of your little drawings. Sometimes our little doodle drawings, the ones we don't really think about too much, turn out better than when we get really serious drawing. So I want to show you this little trick, and some of you may know it. I darken the back, and then I'll transfer this little guy, probably using a harder pencil, and I'll transfer him to a little piece of watercolor paper, which you're going to do also if you want to join in. And let's take a look at that. I think I didn't do this part. Oh, yes. This is his other foot over on this side. This is his little foot here. Oh, the toenails, or toenail. And you see it transfers beautifully.